Well, aren't you just a curious little fellow? Have you come to join the Night's Watch? Huh. We could use all the help that we could... Goo! Damn it, John!
We can't be too careful, Sam.
Why did you do that?
It could have been a warg. Sam, we talked about this.
John, it was just an owl.
Well then, that owl should have been minding his own fucking business.
We could stop, Jojen. We could rest.
No, we're already here.
We're finally here. Come on.
Wait.
What?
Okay. The tree says the ground over there's full of undead. He says to go wide around the ridge if we don't want to get ambushed.
Oh. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, it could have been bad. Someone could have gotten killed.
You know, me and you, I think, are pretty likable for a couple of thieving murderers.
What do you mean?
I just mean that even when we're senselessly killing entire villages full of women and children, you could still look at us and be like, you know, those two are alright. But these thins, you know, they're really no worse than us. But you just can't help but fucking hating them.
Well, maybe because they eat people?
Aye, maybe. But the truth is, you already murdered someone for nearly nothing. What's the extra harm in taking a nibble?
Yeah, I don't know. So what then?
I can't put my finger on it. They're just fucking weird, you know? Ow! Stupid crows!
You're the three-eyed raven?
Yes, and I know you as well, Brandon. I've been watching you. I've been watching all of you, all your lives, with 1,000 eyes and one. Except you, Hodor. Oh. You're just kind of tagging along.
Why are we here? And why the hell is the floor covered with bones?
You've come here to fly, Brandon. And I don't really feel like I owe you an explanation about the bones.
What? What the hell does that mean?
It means that this is my home, and what I do here in my free time is none of your concern.
No, about the flying.
Ah. Oh, well, that is a conversation for another time.
No, you can't just tell a cripple that's traveled 1,000 leagues through hell to see you that they're gonna fly and not fucking explain yourself.
You're right, Brandon. You've come far, and you all deserve to know. What I mean by that specifically is...
Hello and welcome again to 7K News. This report is brought to you by Iron Island's credit card, the one you never have to pay back. And Martell's Sandy Flakes cereal, now with extra crunch. Now moving on to our Season 4 recap of... Well, last season we left off with Robb Stark receiving the MVP award from Team Lannister, Daenerys stealing a slave army, and Stannis still sitting on his throne of despair after his crippling defeat by a dwarf and a bunch of flower boys. Season 4 began equally as deranged, with King Joffrey dying at his own wedding, which you'd think would be a bad thing for the associated houses, but the little prick bowing out and being replaced by Tommen actually helped the Lannisters quite a bit, though they did lose Sansa, their key to the north, who can be quite a valuable asset in the right, wrong hands. Meanwhile, Daenerys is kept quite busy across the narrow sea. After attaining the Second Sons and sacking Yunkai, she pointed her bosom towards Meereen and conquered that as well. Again, without so much as denting her army or scratching her dragons, who both seem to be growing about as quickly as Stark and Baratheon armies seem to shrink. Speaking of Starks, the Wolves continue to lose ground with the return of Roose Bolton's army, his occupation of Winterfell, and Arya Stark chucking the deuces and iron coining it the fuck out. However, the gods did throw the Wolves a bone by not killing Bran before he arrived at the creepy old man beneath the weird wood tree. So, that's gotta count for something. Oh, come on. Okay. While Bran is belly crawling through a cave of mud and bones, Stannis decided to take a break from torching his own bannermen just long enough to visit the Iron Bank, who granted him enough gold to buy back into the game and further spread his violent wackadoo religion. Stannis then all but abandoned his foothold in the Seven Kingdoms and attacked a makeshift army beyond the wall that was literally fleeing for their lives and had no interest at all in the Iron Throne. So he's not going to move at all in rank for that one, because that shit's just confusing. Down in the capital, the Lannisters are growing bored of the lead and decided to mix it up a bit by dealing a crucial blow to themselves. They lost not one but 3 of their most powerful figures with a quick pull of a short finger. After Tywin was slain by Tyrion, both he and Varys fled the realm, leaving Cersei, Tommen, and his dear friend Sir Pounce at the helm of the kingdom. Back across the narrow sea, Daenerys seems to be losing her influence as quickly as she's gaining it. Astapor and Yunkai have both fallen out of her control, and more importantly, the same can be said about her dragons. Fortunately, she has a plan, and that's to throw them in a dungeon. But when your children and most powerful assets are neglected so much so that they start to act out, the only thing left to do is punish them with even more neglect. Move over, Catelyn, Lysa, and Cersei. Looks like we've got a new Mother of the Year on our hands.